Happy Out of Touch Thursdays, y'all. We back. And I believe I have fixed the crown now, so it should actually appear on top of your avatars instead of behind them, so that's neat. Oops, let me change one thing real quick. I think there's only one major change to the, let me see here. Yeah. There's only one major change to the disco rewards moving forward. One small one, the dope up reward to make me take drugs is no longer available, and that's mostly just because it didn't seem like it had that much of an impact. But two, the most important one, is that disco privilege is now, oh, I should change the description. Disco privilege is now uncapped. So all that is holding you back from constantly spamming disco privilege is the 10-second cooldown. So, or not 10-second, 10-minute cooldown. So, feel free to utilize that as much as you want. I think that's more fun than just like holding on to a specific moment that may or may not come for like the whole stream. Pomo, did you change your username? If so, fuck you, because now I have to change it in the database for you to get your custom cabbages and shit. Motherfucker. You're always stress testing my goddamn bots. I guess I'll start storing user IDs instead of usernames now. Yeah, that's the thing. Gosh darn it. What up, Funbase? Oh yeah, no, Jerry fell into that as well when he jokingly changed his name to Jerry Denzel Washington. It was Denzel Jerry Shington or something like that he did as a joke, and then he couldn't change it back for a couple of months, and now it's Jerry Jurison. Oh man, you get to see all of the my latest played things here, dude. All right, this is how I know I'm at least like on the spectrum somewhere, because I normally can't play like these big open world games for more than like 30 hours before I get bored. And yet, that's loud. Here I am with this game that I got back in like late December, like maybe like the first day or two of January. And I've already put almost 50 hours into it. And all it is a Final Fantasy rhythm game. And half of the games I haven't even... Oh, before I put on some sand. See, I don't know about sand. Maybe we can get some, like, Subway Surfers in here. Because I understand that what I'm talking about is boring right now. So... Hang on, I got you. PC UHD. All right, let's go. There it is. So yeah, I've just been playing the fuck out of this game, even though, let's see here. I've probably played like 4 or 5 of these games. And I love the soundtracks for them, like Final Fantasy 3, banger. Final Fantasy 4, banger. I'd love to play more of 6. I have it. Never played any of the Final Fantasy 7s. I have 8 and 9. Loved the fuck out of 10. And then from there on, I pretty much haven't... I should play Final Fantasy Tactics. I have that. All of these other games, even though I have never played them, I still find their soundtracks to be slapping. And not only that, that's already like, what, 400 plus songs? But the premium digital deluxe version was on sale. So we got World Ends With You music, baby! We got Chrono Trigger music. We got fucking Xenogears music. There's like an extra 400 songs. I don't think I'll be able to play every single one of the songs on this goddamn game. There's like 900 songs. Did I see the new Sonic game? No. Yep, Chrono Cross as well. I own that as well, and I've been wanting to play it. What else do we got here? The Saga games I'd never heard of. Final Fantasy 16's here. Octopath Traveler, Bravely Default, Nier Automata. Like, there's some banger songs in here. Of course, I went straight for the World Ends With You. Sonic X Shadow Generations. Is that what you're? Hi, baby. How you doing? Hello. Pick a song, or I'm gonna lose my mind. All right. Actually, you know what? No, I'm better at this one here. I don't know if I can do triple S on this. Well, we'll see. I'm not the perfect for you want me to buy. Oh shit, no. I'm using some of my gold eggs on this. Oh well. This is exactly what people tuned in for, right? The Disco Elysium content. Now I'm just gonna fucking barf it on stream because people are watching me. I know. Shit. Oh wow, this fucking frame rate's awful. Boom. Oh god. If y'all have not played the new World Ends With You, get on that shit. Every night I would love to explain it to you, but I can't while I'm focusing. Oh, fuck you! I want me to buy all I really need. Oh, discombobulation? Well, yeah, that's because it's disco mode. And I probably wouldn't want people doing discombobulate while I'm reading a bunch of text. Even though that's not what's happening. Sorry. I don't know what this looks like on stream, but on my OBS preview, it's dropping frames like a motherfucker. Oh, you suck! I think I died. Yeah, you fucking killed me, asshole! Alright. So... yeah, it's pretty simple. I can go through the tutorial since it's a little easier to explain. Because this used to be... so it originally dropped on the 3DS, the first version of this game, which was called like Theatrhythm. So the first game in this series was on the 3DS, and it was all like touch controlled, so it really heavily depended on the stylus. So I was actually kind of curious how they would translate to a console, because I think this is exclusively for Switch and PS4, 5? I don't know, just consoles, no like handhelds. So basically these are the three kinds of beats that you have to worry about, essentially. So when it comes by, the first one's pretty self-explanatory. You just hit the button on the beat. And the thing is, you can hit any of the face buttons or the shoulder buttons to do this. So basically just bop, boom, 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 ah. And that's it. So the touch triggers are easy. They just do that. Pop. Boom. Oh, I missed it. Or at least whatever. And then for these, the arrow ones, you do either of the analog sticks to just go in the direction of where it is when it hits that circle. So basically like DDR rules when it's going to the beat. Lane does not matter. this is just your hold. You just hold it and you just keep waiting. But as you probably saw in the other levels, like you can hold it and then do other things on different lanes. Some of these holds will have a little slide trigger. Boom, boom. No, it can't be a single line because you'll have like maybe you're holding two things while hitting buttons or sliding on things on other lanes and stuff. So you'll have like, now I have to hit two buttons at the same time. And now I'll have to do both analogs. Hi-ya. Boom, boom, ba. So it gets a lot more complicated. You can probably have it all in the same lane if you're in like beginner mode, because I'm pretty sure there's all of those levels don't have a lot of like overlapping beats and stuff like that. No, I would not like to go over that again. But the thing about this game is they really Final Fantasy the shit out of it. So you have characters from all of the games throughout the entire series that you can form a party out of, and they all have their own abilities and level ups that they unlock and shit like that. And this is basically just like a little battle mode. So as you hit these triggers, they'll have different attacks that'll fire off based on how high a chain you get or what kind of triggers you hit. It's far more extravagant than it has any need to be. But there's just like, you know, character customization and stuff like that. And then probably my personal favorite is what's going to happen next with the travel themes. So that was a battle section. And now you'll have parts where you're like kind of not exploring, but like you're going through an area of the game. And this time you do only have one lane, but it moves around. And the way that they kind of take advantage of that is that like the holds now, you have to move the analog stick to match the path of the hold. So I have to go up, down, out. And that can get kind of neat, especially when it gets fast and crazy. Thankfully, you don't have to be like crazy accurate with the follow. You just have to have the analog stick in the general direction of where it needs to go. Otherwise, they would just be absolutely absurd for like the faster songs. So yeah, I've just been enjoying like the core gameplay loop far, far too much. Like this has just been like my white noise game where it's all I've played for a very long time whenever I have just some time to kill. And that's it. That's all it is. 50 hours of my life gone because of this game. I would recommend it. Anywho, maybe I should get to disco. Disco. Oh, right, the Sonic game. Yeah. God, that's loud. God, that's loud. God, that's loud. So they've done Generations things in the past. Okay. Interesting. Hang on, though. Oh, okay, so is this going to be like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, but like Generations stuff? Because I know they've done like 3D Sonic and 2D Sonic levels before. Uh-huh, yeah, okay. But hang on, dude, if they actually have like levels from the Sonic, or the Shadow GameCube game, that'd be fucking hilarious. Because I do have that game on GameCube, and I was hoping to play that, because I've heard it's not great. But I don't recognize any of like these bosses or levels, so either that's from the Shadow game or something else. I have the Shadow with a Gun game. Just like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, I've been sitting on that fucking disc for a year. I want to. Dude, Pomo, we were too busy playing banger after banger last year. We didn't have time to get to it. But maybe now. Now that we're on a bit of a Sonic kick, who knows? Who knows? All right. I also noticed that the volume was a little low for previous streams or previous VODs. Let me turn that up a little bit. There we are. Say what you want about the quality of Sonic games over the years. One thing that I've noticed has been like consistent about all of them is how much their soundtracks just slap. It's like a universal thing. The sound check. Oh my goodness, I'm so loud. Okay. I guess that should be fine, right? Yeah. Okay. This, okay. Yep, that should be good. Okie doklers. Turn that on down. They play Live and Learn on Sonic Movie 3, I'll cry. They better, because Shadow's going to be in that movie, right? That's like quintessential. All right, so I woke up from a horrific nightmare, ready to start day 2. And you know exactly what I'm going to do? First thing, day 2, I'm going to go pick up my dice order because I have some custom dice being made for me, and I'm going to go pick those up. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we also got some drugs from the pawn shopper or the pawn shop owner. One of our missions is to find Speed and sniff it. Right. So here's the thing. I need to pay Gartz 20 real before the day is over. Otherwise, I will get a game over. The drug redeem is gone. Or you know what? Fuck it, we'll put the drug redeem back on. I thought it was maybe going to be redundant since the disco privilege is uncapped, but since that's like on a 10-minute cooldown, people might want to just make me shoot up while I'm doing other things. So
make it work. Go, go, go. Do it. Go so. Work, work, work.
Oh boy, Pomo, what do you want me to dress up in? Now hear me out. Hear me out. I am a big fan of this mesh tank top. Big fan. That's all I have to say. What am I wearing? Because I would argue that some things look more upsetting than just being naked. Just green yeah, so something like that. +1 composure, -1 savoir-faire. Heels are ridiculously high. That's weird. That's fucking weird.
Objection!
Ah! Hello, Gorley. What's going on? Pomo's my proxy? Wait. So you want let him make the next decision? What the fuck? Good lord. Well, that's the thing, is that everyone has unlimited disco privileges now. It's just on a 10-minute cooldown. Oh! Hey, what's up, Kim?
Morning.
He gives you a quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
No, that he's not a barman. He was very specific about that. He is a cafeteria manager, and he does not serve drinks. Why do we need to talk to them? What do you mean, rowdy? Are these the man Gart told us about yesterday? Let's roll.
One more thing before we do.
Oh.
We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
What you gonna do when they come for you, bad boys?
Streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Alright, let's take some drugs, Pomo. We paid for the repairs because I had to pawn off some key items. So there's probably some quests that we can't complete now. Oh, right, we have the empty cassette case. Alright. So the only drugs that I have is this Pyrrolidon. A pretty little puck-shaped cap of purple liquid that can bring on anything from hot flashes to military-grade psychosis. With sufficient tolerance, however, it can make any weather feel balmy, if only for a while. Here it goes, down the hatch. I'm about to die, so let's heal up. It does if we don't have medicine. But now I have +1 to my psych abilities and -1 to my physical abilities. So my psych is at level 2, and my physique is still at level 1. But you know what? We roll with the punches. I'm just gonna walk right past these fools and get my dice, baby, baby. Oh wait, I don't think I can afford them right now, but I can fix that. Yeah, it's 10 real, which fortunately I collected a fuck ton of bottles for my hotel room, baby. So another thing about the drugs that you should probably keep in mind is that that little icon next to my picture, that little droplet there means I'm doing drugs. The tools don't count, Pomo. Otherwise, I just straight up can't do
The
shit.
sign says, your bottles clunk, you're 100%.
Oh, that's still not enough. That's still not enough. Hang on, I can fix this.
Yes?
This is all fine. I'm just rolling around with like a cap full of drugs and just like an empty grocery basket. Oh, what was that? What did I detect?
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye.
Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to...
Do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery.
Ooh, original Fallout's free with Prime. I've been meaning to look into that. I might pick it up.
This is a Caprice Kanema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds, and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
Won't it roll over in the first sharp corner? Turn your attention to the motor carriage itself. Motor carriages don't interest me. Yeah, wouldn't it?
The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kanema effectively a mobile power plant.
So it's a Tesla. This tech talk is really rubbing me the right way here.
Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
Oh, the lieutenant smiles ever so slightly. What's a packing here? Point at the engine. A fine machine. Run your hand over the smooth metal surface.
130.
Woo!
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
That's what? 7-liter V12? Mama's serving some serious macaroni.
You lost me there.
He's looking at you, perplexed. 150 kilowatts is a lot of power, Kim.
The Kinema is fast. Feels right at home on the raised motor track. Hard to find something that could overtake it.
Armel Ryu Supersonique. A racing motorbike for the road.
Bad boys.
I can't do it right now.
What you gonna do when they come for
As long as that little icon next to my picture is active, that means I'm already high on drugs and I can't double dose. Maybe once it wears off.
Yes, an extraordinary machine.
There's a gentleness in the lieutenant's voice as his eyes run over the vehicle's contours.
Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Ever thought about switching to helium headlights?
Actually, I have a pair at home.
Damn
Just
straight you
haven't
do.
gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
This car talk is upsetting me. I just had to get my car towed out of the lot to get the it wasn't starting at all. Not even making any sounds or anything. Turns out like the central computer, just like the fuse box of the whole goddamn vehicle was just kaput. So that's gonna be 2K down the drain, baby. Did I try putting several times, yes. In fact, putting the key in was the only way that I could get the doors to unlock.
Maybe. Yes, definitely maybe.
If we ever get this case solved, maybe we can do it together. He replies with an apologetic smile and nods. It sucks balls. And I've basically been without a car for like the past 2 weeks now, because I was trying to like troubleshoot it myself. Maybe it was like some sort of fuse that was blown or anything like that. Hey, yo, look at that golden Kappa. What up, bad cop? That's dope.
And means no.
Okay, let's move. Let's ride. All right, there's still a couple of oh, wait. This is important.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you.
Wait. Can I not, I have a postcard that's already stamped and everything. The postcard is prepaid. Can I not? I want to send it. Okay, fine. We are going to the pawn shop. Because all I need is 20 cents. $20 and I can get my dice, baby. A baby. What's up?
Hello.
I have something else to
Sure.
sell you.
Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Postcard. Yeah, it seems fine. Sure. On it. Oh boy.
Another time, perhaps.
Zoom. Yeah, what's the deal with the golden kappa? Is that like one person a day gets it? Or I forget how that whole thing works. Also, it's more common now. Ah. Let me change something real quick. Oh, the hype train stuff? Oh, sick. Hang on. Da-da-da. Oops, no. Switch. Okay. I want that. There we go. Switchy. Okay. Alright. That should be better. Over here. Oh shit, I can't see shit. Alright, fine. It's so dark. Alright. Dice maker.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I came back to pick up my die.
Excellent. That will be 10 real for one set of magnetic dice.
Yes. Here you go.
This was an especially fun set to make.
She opens her drawer and hands you a sparkling pair of dice. Look at them.
Dazzling. It's like you have a pair of tiny disco balls in your hand.
Hell yeah.
Don't drop them.
God, if she tossed them at me, I would have been so upset. These 100-sided dice are made of ivory and inlaid with magnetic lodestone. Mwah! When rolled together, the pips on the dice interact with each other by pulling and pushing, just like magnetic personalities. Note! Look at the map tab in the journal to see which white checks have opened. So, the thing about these dice is that depending on the type that you get, they'll give you bonuses for certain kinds of rolls. So that'll act as like a modifier for different rolls throughout the game. So as long as you have these in your inventory, they'll give you some bonuses. So let's check the map. The pile of Eternite. Oh, right. We still have that random pile of scrap metal that we tried to investigate with 83% accuracy and failed. The Hanged Man is open. We can wake up the sleeping dock worker. Oh, maybe I can empathize with Kuno. What are the white checks he keeps talking about? So white checks are the things... White checks are the things of like... you can go to them and you can roll to see if like you succeed or fail at them. If you fail at them, then they'll be like locked until you progress in the game more or level up a certain skill. But the big thing is that they're checks that you can redo. So if you failed to find something in like a trash can, you can maybe try it again at a later time. So when they're highlighted white like this, that means that they're available for you to try again. But like, so for instance, I tried to determine
Oh, it's you again. Are you
why
looking for a
the
die?
dice maker's business hasn't failed. And when I tried to roll for that, I suck at Shivers, so I failed the roll and I didn't get the answer. But if I level up Shivers or if some sort of event in the game happens, this might unlock again and I can retry. So there's two different kinds of checks in the game. There's white checks that you can retry if you like level up a certain skill. And then there's red checks, which are a one and done. You try it, and whatever happens, happens. You do not get a redo on it. So that's what it means by like white checks. So I'm assuming since I got those dice, some white checks have unlocked that pertain to whatever sort of modifier those dice help out with. So we'll find out. And what's really upsetting is that I probably could have gotten more modifiers if I caught that fucking blue die. Oh, it's so upsetting. Alright, let's take this flashlight off. We're gonna talk to Plaisance and tell her that her stupid superstitions are stupid.
You're alive and well. Don't
Yeah,
keep
like
me waiting
3.
now. in that dark sarcophagus?
Dark sarcophagus.
Yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a carnal house of failed business enterprises, leeching life life energy from this bookstore.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us.
A tremor runs through her. She shakes her head.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Niha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman, like you. No, ma'am, I have felt her aura. She's not the one to blame for this curse. She may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further. I have felt her
I
aura.
don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
Jesus.
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
She says there is no curse, because there are too many inconsistencies. The source is in a taxidermist shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy, and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There are still leads to be followed, like that strange radio computer thing. If there's another entity more malignant pulling the strings in matinees, perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it. Nah, it's a taxidermist.
Oh, how horrid! I knew something wasn't right about that place. Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse?
Yes, I called upon the spirit of Guillaume le Million to banish the curse in a flash of disco brilliance. Yeah, I despooked it. The curse is definitely gone. I'm afraid that I can only identify the source, but you have to call some other experts to lift the curse. Guillaume le Million.
Guillaume le Million?
Guillaume le
The
Million.
singer who made that awful face? Well, I do see the resemblance.
She looks at you with sudden admiration.
All that matters is that the energies are retreating. I can already feel the curse lifting.
Yeah.
It will be a long time until we're fully free of it, of course. But still. Thank you, officer. Truly, you've brought a better psycho-emanation to this humble bookstore. And
70?
that's no small achievement.
Holy shit. All right.
She so badly wants this to be over. She would have believed anything.
And she did.
All right then. All's well that ends well. Should we return to our ordinary lives?
Farewell for now, book peddler. All right. We have a skill point. Option 1, put it into a random skill. Option 2, unlock a thought cabinet. And that would allow us to either internalize Guillaume de Million, the volumetric shit compressor, Mazovian socioeconomics, or finger pistols, 9mm. So, those are your options. Option 1, skill points. Option 2, thought cabinet. Place your bets. I'll get the D24 ready just in case. It's a 50-50. All right. That's a coin toss then. Skibidi bit 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 boil. Heads, it's a skill point. Tails, it's a thought cabinet. That's tails. That's thought cabinet. Alrighty. Let's do this one. Yes. So, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 options here. We have Guillaume de Million, which I'll never pronounce correctly, where you're just thinking about a celebrity and what may have happened to him. Perhaps he is you. The volumetric shit compressor. Your shit is apart, and you need to get it together. This would help us to examine the body, because we just don't have our shit together, and we just vomit the moment we get close to it. We have Mazovian socioeconomics, which is just thinking about communism. And then we have finger pistols, where we think we have some muscle memory for holding the gun, and we're itching to get our finger on the trigger. So, option 1, 2, 3, 4. There is no option 5.
Objection!
Oh, Jesus. All right, what are we doing? Gun. Never mind then. I guess we'll just not vote on that. Gun it is. Finger pistols, 9mm. Now we have -2 savoir-faire. Snapping doesn't help. Alright, so that'll take an hour to research. That's actually not going to be too bad.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for
I still have drugs in me.
bad boys?
Well, I was going for shit compressor so we can move the fucking story along. Are we fully racist yet? We have internalized advanced race theory. So we can go to have a rowdy debate with Measurehead, which we'll probably do this stream. Gift books and molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with warm
Man from
paperbacks
Yimdall, come on!
featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Storekeep, tell me about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Hyundai. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
She looks at the book with some disdain.
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds good. Which one should I start with?
What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say.
She rolls her eyes, then fiddles with her pendant.
If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyundalaman, the man from Hyundal. It's supposed to be a
Jesus.
good introduction to the series.
$9, no thanks. Look through the display.
Rows and rows of Hyundalamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyundal and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyundal, Return to Hyundal. And the solipsistic Man from Hyundal and the Hyundal Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Hyundal and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Hyundal and the false god. Man from Hyundal and the scorched earth. Man from Hyundal, the Hyundal colonies. Man from Hyundal and the swamp beast. Man from Hyundal and the snow crabs.
Give me more.
Not even close.
Oh my God!
Man from Hyundal in hell. Man from Hyundal and the forest of slaves. Man from Hyundal under the lake. Man from Hyundal, Hyundal burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Hyundalaman, and so
Jesus.
much more.
Do any of these books call out to me? Pain threshold roll? Okay. I am a Hyundalder fan, apparently. You know, I wonder if I was wearing the shirt, if this would be easier. Who knows?
Nothing of interest. Only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
Alright then.
Man from Helmdall, 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 man from Helmdall.
For all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up
It
by
sounds like
related
the TTS was trying to sound annoying. It was like, man from Helmdall, 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 man from Helmdall. Let's see here.
Man from Helmdall, 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 man from Helmdall.
Storekeep, what board games do you have here?
Wonderful board games, sir. Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinde, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Graubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Yes, kids, friends, chicks. I have all of those.
Then you're a lucky man, officer. Children are the greatest of treasures.
She fiddles with her pendant, thinking.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
I don't have that kind of dough. Do you think she has a Man from Heimdall, the board game? You know what? Maybe. Look, all I'm saying is that I went out of my way to buy a Man from Heimdall shirt, and that thing looks fucking banging. Look at this thing. Look at that! +1 physical instrument. Inspiring musculature. +1 shivers. Sprawling saga. -2 authority. Too old for this shirt. Whoever wrote that was very proud of themselves. Now that's a shirt! That's what I'm saying!
A small mountain of colorful...
So what about these
How's the
world
auras
things?
there? No, role-playing games are popular among those types.
Make it work.
You know,
Go, go, go. Do it.
Go
Go
so.
so. Work, work, work. Make it work.
Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts.
So
That
D&D
they
shit.
have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still
Man
buy
from
them, though.
Heimdall. No shoes. That sounds like a book title. Is that what we're doing? T-shirt, nothing else? Oh my god. That looks awful. God, his bulge just peeking out from underneath there. Holy shit.
Hell yeah!
I think I know the answer, but is there anything else you would like me to put on, Roka? That's the porn star. It is. All good. You know what? For once, I'll agree with you on
A
that.
small mountain of colorful board, an endless variety of source books, lore books,
Jesus
and
Christ, it's
codices
Jason
to the
Bourne.
table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Maybe I'm not into all this binoclard stuff. Anything that really catches my eye?
There's a box that says
Oh, is there
Wirral,
two? My bad.
3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense. These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name.
Jared,
Dick
say
Mullen
something if
over
Casca is
and
still
over.
alive.
Casca's still alive. Minutes up. Dick Mullen.
A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
Storekeep? What's all this crime fiction?
Oh, crime robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Crime fiction is a disgrace, an asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf? You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen. Oh no, turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Dick Mullen and the Chamber of Cocks.
Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, My Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Who is Dick Mullen?
83%,
Dick Mullen
baby.
and the Dick Mullet.
How fucking weird. What would that look like?
Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
How would you have, like... Would it just be, like, everything above is, like, clean-shaven or trimmed, and everything
Dick
below...
Mullen goes to Costco.
Dick Mullen goes to Costco. What do we have here? Mistaken identity? Ass hair, just... Oh! God. Business in the front, jungle in the back. Pubic in the back.
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic Hard-Boiled Phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does this speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
That's probably right. I'm a complicated guy, full of contradictions.
Then this is the book for you.
Fuck. All these expensive books. What, this one?
Dick Mullen learns advanced race theory.
Oh my god, he really is me. It's a tome of fascist magic. Rather candid. Can't get that, though.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Storekeep, anything of note in this shelf?
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Great, I don't need to know anymore.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are.
I don't care.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove.
Go get money. We need
Held
to
up
buy
by
books.
Small pins.
Fair enough.
The board has
I
been
need at
reached
least
from one
$20 to survive the night. And you do understand that, right?
The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
All right, so we'll need a map of Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric
You restart from your last
perspective.
save.
A date in the upper right corner says 48.
It's a legit game over to where like you get booted to the main menu and you have to load a save. So we're gonna have to be careful not to soft lock, I would imagine.
Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Storekeep, can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Look at me. How dare you think that? Is it just because I look poor?
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
You work on commission, don't you? Big mistake. Huge! Why is Martinez one so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
Right.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Alright. Well, here's the thing, though. You literally have the percent odds right in front of you here. So, we're gonna try and steal it, but are we gonna succeed? That is up for you to decide. While I go grab a drink. All too stingy. Well, I don't know what your guys' point situation looks like these days. I'd pump it if I could, but I can't inflate my own economy. I'm not allowed. Nothing like chasing a pot of tea with a tall boy of beer. I'm sure that won't mess me up. Ooh. I wonder. You know what? Let me take a look at that. All right. So here we go. Yeah.
You peek at the storekeep, waiting for her to be distracted. When she's not looking, you deftly rip the map off the bulletin board and pocket it.
We got it, boys. We got it.
You're now the proud owner of a map of Martinez, which, to be honest, did not even cost that much.
Yeah, what a petty thing to steal. Hang on. The annoying thing is that I have to, like... I have to sign up in, incognito mode. Because otherwise I'd have to, like... sign out of Twitch on my main account, which I don't want to do. So it's always a pain in the ass to log in my bot account. Verification code. I almost said it out loud. Remind me later.
What?
Is this even? Does this even?
17 years for...
Shut up, default Twitch. Goal slot. This boy doesn't even follow me. Motherfucker. This boy doesn't even follow me. Oh dear. Motherfucker. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah. 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 All right, we'll turn that off. Disappointingly, this thing has not been accruing. Oh, let me hear that. Oh, let me hear it again. Oh, let me hear it again. Oh, let me hear it again. It just fades out. This thing has not been accruing J-Coons because it hasn't technically been watching the stream. It's just been like joining the channel from my bot. So it only has 350 J-Coons right now. But here's something that it should be doing that it has not done since its inception. Mother of mercy. All right. I'll have to figure out a way to get this thing to watch my stream without having me have to like log into it all the time. Alrighty. There are ways you can farm channel points with bots. I figure. Another boring book just started here. Perhaps so. Maybe that's how I can stimulate my economy.
About crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
I don't know, Roka. I wrote the bot, so you can guarantee that it does not have that potential. If I'm in charge of its logic, I don't think we have anything to worry about. Ooh, storekeep. What books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance.
And taking me back to the very first movie that we watched. Holy
These
shit.
three things are very important to the working class mind.
You're telling me that the source code for the bot is on the same computer as the source code for advanced race theory. The source code for advanced race theory. We've cracked it, boys.
The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance.
Okay, so alternative medicine.
Take care of anything.
Good
Though
lord.
it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest.
That sounds handy, though.
How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And
good lord,
there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Damn. Fair enough. Everyone knows the most interesting thing about fascists was their magic. Alright, so Pomo is right. We need to get some funds to buy some board games or books. Hello. You memorized the title. Loose 87, Radio City. Seems important. You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing books. Is that Loose Radio City you're reading? A good one? Point to the book. Hello. No ceremonies. Just hello.
Yes, a sci-fi.
She says without reverting her attention from the book. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
That is your name.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Shouldn't a working class woman be working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
What rectangles, Kim? Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
She tries hard to focus on the book stand.
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing.
Maybe your husband's missing.
My husband? No, he's not.
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
So what I'm hearing is you don't really know where your husband is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to?
No.
She looks you straight in the eye. Her foot is tapping nervously. I can totally help you find your missing husband. Suit yourself then. I don't really care if your husband's missing. Maybe you're right. Maybe he isn't missing indeed. No, I can totally help.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
Maybe your children are missing. Maybe your cockatoo's missing? Children?
No, absolutely not.
Her words came out quick as gunshots. Okay, so where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
She's definitely disturbed by now. I police whatever I want. Where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
Okay, great. Just making sure.
I see.
She tries to read
Thanks.
again. Maybe your cockatoo's
I
missing?
don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Ma'am, I was asking about your cockatoo. Is it missing?
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
It's a trap. Never ever say what.
What?
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing.
Alright, cockatoo not missing. I just wanted to make sure.
Great.
She turns her attention back to the bookstand. Just one more question. What did you mean by me being a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thanks for the tip.
Wonderful. The store is open.
Jesus Christ. Let's just watch her for a bit.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. Another comrade. Years of labor are pressing down on her shoulders. She deserves a hug for all the work she's done for mankind.
Give her a hug.
You step in and close your arms around this foreign body, wandering astray in touch. There's a small movement beneath your hands as you shut your eyes. Then a tiny voice breaks out.
What is happening?
She seems to be confused. Your hands are wrapped around her polyester coat. The fabric feels cold, moist from the sea nearby.
Just Just this dude in a Man from Himdall shirt and nothing else just comes up and just... What? What's happening right now? What's going on? Keep hugging her.
The situation is oddly intimate. Your cheek is pressed against her shoulder. Her hand is trapped between your chest.
Oh, God.
5
Oh,
seconds
so she's just like
The
this.
passing seems so unimaginably long. Then she coughs and says again,
What are you doing, officer?
I'm fighting for the working class. Hey, I hug whomever I please.
Objection!
I'm a hug monster. What are we doing, Pomo?
A hug monster? How do these two go hand in hand?
She hasn't let go of your embrace yet. They don't. I just forced them this way. That's why I'm a monster. Well, you're actually not entitled to another person's body. Hugging can be considered a rather monstrous thing to do. Well, that's lame.
Right.
She pats you on your back before gently letting go. Yes, that's a new thing. Disco privileges are uncapped now. The only thing that's limiting you is a 10-minute cooldown. So, go nuts.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
That's all for the moment. I'll let you read.
the woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Now that's a stand-up character right there. What's up, dude? I work hard, I play hard. Nobody works harder. Why does she need therapy when I gave her such a great hug?
Make it work. Go, go, go. Do it. Go so. Work, work, work. Make it work.
What are we doing here, Pommel? Don't disappoint me now. I already love the look we're rocking. Just the gloves. Which gloves? We got gardener gloves, and we got fingerless gloves. Which one? One will give us +1 interfacing, one will give us +1 electrochemistry. Fingerless. Good choice, sir. That's fucking weird. Alright. Oh, hey. There's that lady over there. She still owes me a sex. Alright. We're gonna try this again. You know what? I'm gonna save first. Because it has been a while. Alright. 83% chance.
Inconspicuous pile of the roofing
Come
material Eternite.
on.
Because there's
Thank
a
you.
secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Pull the panels aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Let's go.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Peeks inside. What did we do? She still owes me a sex. Okay, that's not great. Most checks have secret difficulty modifiers. Okay. Hello? An empty tube of magnesium, a magnesium supplement. Magnesolum. Cured pig's head. Looks mummified. Silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. Maybe this Kuno kid knows where to find more.
Oh, it's like,
The
oh, I
lieutenant
see.
Isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Someone has taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should intervene or to interfere. I wasn't thinking about taking it, I swear. I was just thinking about justice. I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? Perhaps the police should interfere.
Perhaps not.
He looks
This
at
is
you.
below our pay grade, detective. However,
He points to the ladder in the corner.
see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Oh, really? Oh, what's this? Money, money, money. The poster says, "Get out of the way or get fucked up." So this is like Kuno's hideout then. Okay. Would this really let us get into the harbor? Are you serious? Oh, hello. Give me that. Oh, can I not get that? Oh, I see. Yeah, it's not gonna let me. Hang on. Hang on. This is important. The doorway is going to collapse soon. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. Hello? Oh, postcard. Nice. Money! Oh, we tripping now, boys. $1.40. Can I get up there? Oh, ha, ha, ha! Okay. That's good. Holy shit! Wait, holy shit?
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
You son of a gun, it's a cop's cloak! The cloak does not concern me at the moment.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
He judges the drop.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Oh man. Look around.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Motherfucker. Now that's a huge crane. Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them.
He looks at you
But I
impressed.
digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
He looks at the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind. You really think that cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump?
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it,
He looks over the edge, at the cold pavement below.
well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
Okay.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
What exactly are we doing up here?
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor.
Yeah!
They want to have information for us. I thought that was our intention.
This is where Measurehead was keeping us out.
Or it could be that we are just exploring.
He looks around the wind rustling his hair. Alright. Ooh. Hang on. Let me look around first, see if there's any other money. I should probably save first, but maybe there's some other things around that will increase my odds. My dumbass realizing I landed this jump and skipped a good portion of the game in the first like 90 minutes. Well, yeah, that's the cool thing is there's so many ways that you can accomplish a goal. Like, I'm pretty sure I've heard that you can beat this game without ever investigating the body, essentially. We're gonna save. And we're on our way to that.
Tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is
Go
still
for the
caught
cloak!
on the railing.
Uh-oh. I can't heal right now. Oh dear, oh dear. Arr! Oh, I chickened out.
Nope, no. That's still too high.
Damn
What
it.
are you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up there.
That's a different line of dialogue. Holy wow, that's high. Doesn't seem dangerous. The lieutenant must be crazy to suggest that. This is certain death. Vertigo almost pushes you over the edge.
Despair creeps into you.
Are you serious?
Getting fat.
Well, I guess I died anyway.
Fuck me? Please leave.
No. Cop gives.
God damn it. Right? 2 meters, it's like what, 6 feet? That's nothing. But I'm too pussy shit. Pussy shit. Alright, fine. But that's another way that we can make it into the harbor. That's cool. Easily. That's just a me height. Alright. Maybe we can go talk to Kuno about his little speed operation.
Objection!
Jump! Are you? I muted myself. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? No, I'm still here. I disagree. Hello? I can hear myself on the stream audio. Hang on. What? No, I can. My stream's still going. No, I can. My stream's still going. Fuck you, Roka.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing. Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness.
Fuck me? Please leave the rage you have for after.
Nothing you can. Cop gives up.
There we go. Let's go talk to Kuno about his little drug operation here. What's going on, bitch?
Fuck does Kuno care?
Fuck does Kuno care? Hey, Kuno. Got any speed? Kuno, I found your shack. Back down to Kuno. Talk to Kuno S. Okay, okay. We'll get you there, Kuno. I found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I pushed the panels aside, Kuno. I phase shifted through the roofing material. Before we go on with that, let's talk about how you said it was just some roofing material some gimps left behind. That was a lie. Push the panels aside, Kuno.
And then what? You fucking there? You fucking Kuno's kingdom.
He's trying to fuck at you again, Kuno.
What's with
Yes,
the pig?
Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack filled with Kuno's secret things. Kuno.
What's with the pig head? I found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about that? What's with that tube of magnesium, Kuno? Is that my coat up there? I'm pretty sure it's mine. Can I get to the harbor from the roof? Alright, what's with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Were you trying to send a message of some sorts? Demo tape? Like some kind of musician? Cool pig head. I liked it. I got one too. This one. It's shit. Forget it. I'm not saying those things. No, we gotta endear ourselves to Kuno.
What?
He looks
What
confused.
is this shit? Fucking on yourself. This is weird level shit. Kuno doesn't go there.
Fuck your shit back to normal. What is this?
Well played. No one saw that coming.
Getting in his head. I found a plate covered in powder residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
That was a pretty good what? What?
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
What's with the tube of magnesium, Kuno?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
He looks at you with he looks like you just pointed at the sun and asked what it was.
You could use some.
Magnesium, right?
Yeah, it's the mag.
The
you
mag?
fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
I know all about magnesium. I rock it all the time.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
He looks at you, eyes bulging.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
Is that my coat up there? Pretty sure that's mine.
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that.
After all, what?
Don't sweat it, drunk pig. Kuno will keep your nasty secrets. Kuno's not snitching.
Kuno taps the side of his nose twice in conspiracy.
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you do it. Yet, that conclusively explains how the coat got up there.
Could I get to the harbor from the roof?
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig.
I've got to jump to get in there? At my age? In my condition? In this economy? Is that it? Easy.
Not for you, pig. Kuno can't wait to see you get all scared and shit your pants.
Kuno can't wait to see you shit your fat pants.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
I've heard enough of this.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Hey, Kuno, got any speed?
Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kingpin.
You're yanking my chain, aren't you, kid? Can I have some? Just a little. He's not gonna respond to that.
Don't be yanking your shit in front of the Kuno. Kuno's always serious, always rolling. Big kilo, but you ain't getting any. Get the fuck off.
Belying the act, he's actually telling the truth. Or at least 0.00001% of it. He has a little speed. He's just not giving it to you.
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. We can't figure out what's going on with
Kuno
him.
doesn't fucking care.
I don't fucking care about you, Kuno. How about that?
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched.
So there's a lack of magnesium in me.
Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
So I need to mag it up.
You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
You're saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form?
Yes. If you want to live,
ooh, new thought.
You need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system.
Surely it will. Yeah, we're internalizing that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna internalize that. Getting hopped up on the mat. Can we investigate this again?
There he still is.
Okay.
Looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell.
So the reason that we haven't...
is all it does now.
The reason we haven't been able to investigate this is because we can't approach it without throwing up. So we have a couple of modifiers so far, but it's still a pretty low chance. And we can up it if we drink some alcohol, or we can maybe get some more modifiers on it. Just take some Dimetril. Alright, let's see here. You know what? I think we can, pawn some things here. Ooh, whoa,
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Alright. Empty cassette case. This used to be a tape in this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about Etno's single, The Smallest Church in St. Sans. Must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label says the song was recorded in 43. But it's empty. Wait, I think we can hang on to that, though. I think these postcards we don't need.
Objection!
I can't. He doesn't buy clothes. Sorry, Pomo. Yeah, I picked it and he's like, oh, I'm not in the market for buying clothes. Photograph depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarter. 13-story buildings lie in the hillside like sarcophagi, and ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years in 39. The project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B-infested slum. Pawn. But yeah, it's like, I'd like to sell my clothes.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
He looks you up and down quickly. I don't have anything to sell.
Another time, perhaps.
Do the 3% check on Kuno. That fucker. 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 You know what? I'm gonna drug up just to do it. Bonk. Give me some extra empathy. We're gonna make it happen.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Now it's an 8% chance. How about that shit?
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Who could have predicted this? Hey, Kuno. Think you can turn the Kuno down for a moment? Let's talk like normal people. Kuno, listen. I know this boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for us grown-ups. Kuno, you must have seen all kinds of things throwing stones here. Want to help the RCM bust a murderer? Kuno. City of Rage? Night City? What's going on there? I'm intrigued. Let's try and get on his good side.
No!
The evil shit behind the fence hacks like she's coughing up a furball.
You told him about it and now he knows your name!
Breakthrough imminent.
The city's not fucking lame. You are lame. Kuno's tired of defending Rage City from...
He waves his hands in the air.
Just fuck off, alright? And fuck you too, putting Kuno on the spot like that. Kuno doesn't need to fucking explain his shit. Kuno's king. He rules here. Fuck did you want?
Explain himself? As if explaining some kind of work? Some kind of avant-garde work way ahead of its time?
I'm intrigued.
You must get to the bottom of this one of these days. Sadly, it's unlikely to happen today.
Damn.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Yeah. What is this?
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes, but what is art? No, art's for arrogant blowhards. Why am I getting into this?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world? I mean...
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes. Disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Hold on. Is architecture also art? I guess I have been feeling critical lately. That's stupid. Architecture's stupid.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that? Okay, 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from the rote repetition. So be it. No, I cannot risk another capo diversion at this point. Go away!
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Alright, we've had a breakthrough.
Finger pistols, 9mm. Snap, snap, baby. Turns out guns aren't that much for protecting as they are for attacking people. If you want to protect people, really work for them, you have to whip out your signature dual 9mm Villiers finger pistols. Who needs real guns anyway? That conversation you just had? It would have gone better had you snapped those bad boys at them. Note, 9mm dual finger pistols do not count for an actual weapon in a gunfight.
Damn! Alright, so our bonuses include +1 to reaction speed and +1 to suggestion. Safety's always off with the 9mm finger pistols, and the empty hand slots give suggestion. +1. Alright. Not a bad deal. Alright. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go talk to some union boys. Hey, you.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, lieutenants. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
I knew you weren't, or not the gardener. Enough, let's talk seriously. I mean no trouble. I'm here to do my job, that's all. You're right, Lieutenant. She did seem friendlier sitting on that corner.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
She points to the man standing in the middle of the room.
That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
You gave me your gloves, ma'am. What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What are you going to do to me? Why are you so aggressive? What's your role in all this?
Obviously, I'm a lawyer. A legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. I would urge you to consider what you say to my clients.
What are you going to do to me? The lieutenant is not satisfied with the approach.
What are we going to do to you?
She starts laughing. It's a cold laughter devoid of joy.
The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
Or if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
The world needs a financial buffer zone, no need to get emotional. The privatization is not unlawful, it's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled, strong, unlike you socialists. I liked that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? Yeah, let's do that. Let's ask those questions.
Let's.
I should talk to Titus then. Hey, buddy. And save. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Money. Photos of men in overalls, toting guns and union placards. Hey, tidy.
This is where you say your bid.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with his beer can.
Detective.
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We need to talk about the hanged man out back. Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Do not let their squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants, sire.
The chatter is too inane to reach your ears. Raise your chin and gaze into the distance. Like a prince. We need to talk about the hangman in the back. Attitude. No.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
Yes. The little guy looks at his mates in disbelief.
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We're looking for Titus Hardy.
The lieutenant turns to the broad-shouldered man at the end of the table. Hangman.
Oh, this is about him.
He looks around.
Real looker, that won't.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
He slaps his forehead.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
Scan the room.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man in his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian. In his late 30s, early 40s. He spent his youth in Villa Labos, a housing project in the Jamrock Quarter. There were incarcerations. Hard to say what else. The ink is fading. And then, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And
fingerless gloves, you say?
A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain.
Captain of the Rowing
In
Club.
the far
All
corner,
right.
Standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 44. 40-something. Non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
Where?
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician.
And the little guy?
Size 41. With the light step. Not a child, after all. An old
We got our
with
boys.
a rat face. Mean, watery eyes. And 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing.
Fat Angus.
Boot size 46. Deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on
In
the crime
conclusion,
scene. The footprints were
discombobulate.
theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them is missing. The odd soul?
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Titus is staring at you with his head tilted. The hanged man in the backyard. Did you do it? I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here.
He sizes you up.
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Shakes his head.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She?
Oh!
So there's an 8th Hardy.
Oh, you loose-lipped son of a bitch.
Elizabeth? The gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn!
Ha ha!
I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And
points at the lieutenant.
You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other.
The lieutenant adjusts his spectacles. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Takes a sip from his can.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why are your boot prints all over the scene?
You mean these boots?
He raises his worker boot. Size 46, steel reinforced toe. Yes.
We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck.
Oh!
Yeah, we did this.
He looks you dead in the
Together.
eye.
All of us. Until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
Aha! Did you just confess to a murder? That's it. The game's over. We got the perpetrator. But there's a catch.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
Aha!
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
You murdered him like that? No remorse? Who called the shots that night? When did this hanging incident occur? Why did you kill him? How did you kill him? Why don't I just arrest you? Let's go.
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
Takes a step closer as well, fixing his ball cap.
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
His mean little eyes come alive with hatred.
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. While the little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve, there's a knife in there. Some of the others reach for their belts.
Objection!
Eyes alight.
Take him in? Oh, son of a bitch. You confessed to murder. I'm taking you in.
Look, coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us and 2 of you.
It just opens up his vest, revealing a holstered firearm.
That's an Easter 50, a Ziemsk-made monstrosity. It'll blow your head clean off. Almighty God, even Dick Mullen only has a 45.
Good God, not Dick Mullen.
He doesn't actually want to hurt you. There's an easy way out of this. A self-deprecating joke.
You're under arrest. Grab his wrist. An Easter 50 could blow Dick Mullen away with that. Fine. I only have 1 pair of handcuffs anyway. Back off. The little guy was right. I'm not in the arresting mood. Well, I will still honor Diesel's disco privileges. You're under arrest.
The last thing you hear is a little murmur. Not a blast. Not an echo. No one screams. It's in dead cops. Sending news from the district of Martinez as the bodies of 2 police officers are found floating in the canal. It is believed the officers were pursuing a murder investigation, but got caught in the dock workers' strike and were gunned down under unclear circumstances.
Kim, no!
Such needless loss of life is truly tragic, a local union leader, Everett Clare, commented, and added that although the event is truly horrid, we can expect similar incidents to follow if right-wing vigilantes are allowed to run around uncontrolled and try to wriggle their way into well-organized neighborhoods.
And that's why we saved. I'll be right back. I have to go pee and we'll try that again. Good Lord. We just leveled up and everything. Well, take 2. Hey, buddy.
This is where you say your bit.
Yup.
Detective.
Don't say anything.
Do not let their squeals disturb.
Chapters 2 inane.
We are looking for Titus Hardy.
Oh, you
Hanged
sure?
man.
He was a
Time to go.
You might want to.
Do a head count.
Scan the room,
Starting,
baby.
Sit across piece and in the far corner on his. Let's call side in the mid. In conclusion, these
Right.
7 are the actors on exactly.
The fuck is with you, fella?
8th Hardy boy.
Alright.
Where is he?
Actually, boss.
She.
Shut the fuck.
So let me.
That's right. You're not caught.
Good. We are all watching it.
The Hanged Man.
pretty
Did
boy.
you do it?
You guys.
Funny. But my partner and I.
You mean these boots? We all got a pair. Yeah.
There's a catch hidden somewhere.
But there's a catch.
There is no catch. These
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Who called the shots?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy boy without arresting all Hardy boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Mm-mm. A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head.
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
No, but seriously, who called the shots around here? Just ignore her.
Who do you fucking think does?
He sounds more amused than angry. You do. You give the commands. I thought she did, not Fat Angus. The biggest animal dominates the herd. I'm guessing it's a big one. Gangs are usually run by the oldest, most vulnerable member. It's the 8th Hardy boy, the one who's missing. The big dick. Nope, it's Titus. Let's go.
That's right, asshole. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys.
Oh,
Ain't that
jeez.
so, fellas?
You got to get your crew in line, my guy. He looks around for approval.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
No, you did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out forms. The others can't read. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
You murdered him like that? No remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol.
Oh, the electric chair.
Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
He says it as if it were worse than dying. And Reunion, what's that? Yes, but these were all bad people. Criminals, scum of the earth. Look, I'm just doing my job, that's all. That's not gonna fly. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing. Honestly, I drink so much I can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars. Oh, God.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
This isn't something he came up with on the spot. It's his standard reasoning, a product of many years of being Titus Hardy.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
The fixer turns to remind Titus.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long have you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Keep talking, my guys. Just keep chiming in.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Why'd you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary, that's it?
And he stepped out of line.
He repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
The man spreads his arms.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on, how do you even know he was Special Forces? Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
That'd do it.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking
Alright.
did. Right there.
Fair enough.
Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Okay, besides crimes against karaoke, what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
He wiped spittle from his mouth.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
Ooh.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information.
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
He shakes his head in disbelief. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
He repeats like a parrot.
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No. You're
Moment
not
of
getting
silence.
the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
We need more. Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first.
Whoa.
See if it all adds up.
Okay. All right, we can make this easier. Wasn't he a trained killer from Morenye Special Forces? If yes, then how did you manage to overpower him? Where did this overpowering happen?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Where did this overpowering happen?
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
Shanky might be lying. All right. This is our one and only shot. Bam!
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others.
Let's go.
But
first, tell me who's solid.
Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man.
Okay.
The least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police. This little rat-faced fella.
Yeah, this
is
dude's
solid
just...
too.
Wait, really?
Always fidgety, yes, but no change there.
Okay. I'd have pegged him for an easy crack.
Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
Who's cracking under the pressure? This one. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They've smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. Hey, you! Turn to the big guy. You having trouble breathing over there?
No.
He looks up, startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
The man next to the big guy bursts out laughing.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
There's something you're not telling me.
And fuck you, too, copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
Doubt.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Right, I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, copper?
So what are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus.
Lieutenant closes his notebook.
Done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we are going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Well, that's not gonna work out. I'm gonna take off now. Oh, wait. We want the money. Alright, so we successfully survived that encounter. And we leveled up. So, option 1, spend the skill point on a random skill. Option 2, get a new thought cabinet slot. The thoughts we have are Guillaume de Million, volumetric shit compressor, Rosovian socioeconomics, actual art degree, and magnesium-based life form. So, those are our options. Option 1, skill point. Option 2, thought cabinet slot.
Objection!
You can't pick exactly what it is, Bomo. It's either going to be unlock a thought slot or unlock a skill point. You're not going to be able to pick the exact slot. What's it gonna be? Unlock thought. Pomo says thought. Well, no, now we gotta vote on it. So, your options are Guillaume Le Million, volumetric shit compressor, Mazovian socioeconomics, actual art degree, or magnesium-based life form. So, we can be a potential celebrity, someone who has our shit together, a communist, an artist, an art cop, or a magnesium-based life form. What's it gonna be? I can't vote on mobile Twitch. Tough, tough. Rook wants to art. What up, Rook? How you doing? Oh god, is it seriously a three-way split right now? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Alright, you know what? I'm taking my hands out of this vote. I voted in this one. And I'm gonna not vote in this one. No votes from me. We're gonna recount. Same options. Number 1, Guillaume Le Million. Number 2, shit compressor. Number 3, Mazovian socioeconomics. Number 4, actual art degree. Number 5, magnesium-based life form. Those are your options. I'm not voting. And I'm not gonna say what I voted for either, because I still kind of wanted to win. Okay. So right now it's a runoff between communism and magnesium-based life form. And if we end it with 2, then we'll do... Well, no. If people only vote for 2, then we'll flip a coin. But if people vote for 3 of them, then we'll do a runoff election. Okay. Man. Some people voted for the shit compressor, but not this time. Alright. So. Option 3. 1, 2, 3. Is the Mazovian socioeconomics. Communism. And number 5 is the magnesium-based life form. So. Because those were the only 2 options that were voted for, we are going to flip a coin. Oh, you can't see it. Heads, communism. Tails, magnesium. Here we go. We're communists, boys. Let me just get to that. Mazovian socioeconomics. People think communism was some crazy idea that it had its comeuppance 40 years ago, a fever that shook the world never to return again. They were right, until he woke up today, a spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting. Covered in ghosts and seaweed, he is the big communism builder. Come witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year of 51! Temporary research bonus -2 in visual calculus. Looks like reaction. Alright, it's gonna take us 3 hours to internalize this thought. Alright, until then, we are going to be a dum-dum when it comes to investigating crime scenes. Welcome, comrade. Oh, he's streaking! Hello, my wheelchair-bound friend.
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway.
She turns back to you with a weary
I'm
smile.
glad to see you again, dear.
Good day, ma'am. Everything all right? I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. Tell me how I might make it up to you. G'day, ma'am.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
She sighs. Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
She frowns.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why did you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know
Communists
that we may
don't
be
say
delayed.
friend, they say
Morel, my
comrade.
husband, and our friend Gary were
Good call.
supposed to get back
I'll
by Monday
modify
night,
my speech.
but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Uh-oh.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
She looks down. Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before? I'm really good at finding missing husbands.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window toward the bay.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
What is this expedition your husband was on? So your husband's some kind of scientist? Let me talk about Tell me more about Morel. Looks, character, a relationship. Alright. What
Just
expedition?
some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock. That was broken.
Yeah.
Could this be it?
Who's this Gary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that.
She smiles.
Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
The waterlock on the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
Probably just some technical problem.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
Yeah.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. When or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
So your husband's some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist.
Oh, boy. What is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
The lieutenant sounds unimpressed.
That's one opinion, yes.
Jeez.
And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
Tell me more about Morel. Looks, character, relationship?
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
Let's try again. If I were to trying to meet him on the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame. And he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
How long you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How did the two of you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident. And he just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She smiles wistfully.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
That's all the information I need. Let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
Tell me more about this rare insect your husband's looking for.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
No, I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Ah, yes. Phasmatodia. A diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Insects, like a stick bug.
Colloquially.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
She looks you in the eye and nods thoughtfully.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
Hey, Kim. Shut the fuck up.
I can assure you.
Shut the fuck up, Kim.
It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
What makes you think the phasmid's around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So a newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have?
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
You really seem excited about this cryptid.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
Does it have cool powers?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years, centuries even.
That's not special at all. Of course it blends in. Most insects do. You don't even have to be a stick insect for that.
So is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
But I feel like if you were to discover a novel species, that would be worth something, right? Okay, so what's so special about this stick bug then?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well.
No.
It is very special.
The woman's face flushes with excitement
Morel
or embarrassment.
can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
You don't notice this about me, but actually I have lost all my memory of this world and myself, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Surely things can't be that bad?
She frowns, looking you over. Things aren't bad. They're catastrophic. I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad. Yeah, I'm blowing this whole thing out of proportion. Forget I said anything. catastrophic.
You know where we are, right?
We're in the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. We're in Revachol, on Insolende. I don't really know. Some seedy hotel. A war zone at the edge of the world. We're dead. Haunting each other. We're ghosts. Whirling in Rags cafeteria.
That's right. And where is the whirling itself located?
In Revachol.
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
All I know is that Revachol used to be really cool in the 30s.
The new disco dancing. It seems like a lifetime ago.
Her eyes are filled with light reflected off those gilded years, when the city seemed full of possibility.
Much has changed, but it is still the most beautiful city in the world. A rare jewel set in the sand between the pines. Everyone says so, even foreigners.
There's a pause. As she studies your expression, you must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Oh!
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy, maybe? I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse plains on steeds. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners, and women. Cop. We're living under the cop regime. Democracy.
No, sadly not.
Yeah.
Revachol is what's called a zone of control under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Meaning, buying is voting.
If there's no government, how come there are cops? I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed.
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't really any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
So how'd I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. Does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality, in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a police officer.
Anyone in the house?
Of course. Then, I don't know, someone rich maybe. Wealthy people are educated, though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. But thank you, sweetie. You did make me forget about my worries for a while.
Oh, we got the green ape pen. She's less worried about her husband. I'm gonna drug up right in front of her face. Heal up before I die. Now, we are up to a 58%. Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Hey, Elena, I'd like to hear about some of the cryptids you've studied. Could you tell me about just a couple of them?
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Cryptid extravaganza. I like the sound of that.
And I don't. Just one.
Ooh, tough choice there.
What's the biggest cryptid? The tiniest cryptid? The most dangerous cryptid? Is that a cryptid on the pen you gave me? Are there any invisible cryptids? This has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else. Invisible.
What an interesting question. And the answer is yes, there are.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
You're right, Kim. It's childish, but I need to know. Shh, Kim. She's gonna tell me about the invisible cryptid. What is it?
It's the Col de Mama d'Aqua.
Yeah.
Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible. The Col de Mama is very afraid of us, which makes it incredibly difficult to track.
Col de Mama d'Aqua can also be translated as a whisper light and low.
A whisper light and low.
Yes, that's another translation. They're both quite lovely, aren't they? Although the low part is a little ironic. The Col de Mama d'Aqua makes, or rather is, such a high-pitched sound that other animals, including humans, can't hear it. It could be everywhere all of the time, and we wouldn't know.
So you can't hear it or see it.
Fine, I'll bite. How can an animal be a sound?
The lieutenant looks at her skeptically.
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't itself a sound, but a tiny corpuscle that emits sound waves. But there's no evidence to support this theory.
Could it be here? Right now?
It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. And we wouldn't know any better. It could be ringing all the days of our lives and nights.
What evidence is there of this animal being a sound?
Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of Areopagite ornithologists, that is, scientists who study birds, were trying out a new recording technology for capturing sounds outside the range of human hearing. When playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range, they noticed certain anomalies, patterns that seemed random at first, but on closer examination were consistent with the waveforms of songbirds.
The
scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based on sound waves in a strictly delimited range of ultrasonic frequencies, even higher than those of the highest-pitched bat calls. They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Col de Mama d'Aqua, after the Paracanassian name for the voice of God, which is said to be very silent.
Wow.
They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could distinguish among individual birds and even began to name some of them.
Name them?
Sequester, Time, Joscan. Those are but some of the Mama d'Aqua they followed individually.
Why is the Mama d'Aqua so afraid of us?
That is a sad story. A group of university students assisting with the field work in their enthusiasm for the project, and no doubt because they were preoccupied with impressing their professors, nearly drove it to extinction. They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match the Mama d'Aqua's. And what happens when a sound wave meets another sound wave of the same frequency, dear?
Psst. They cancel each other out.
Cancel each other out.
Exactly. And these tests were performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency, well, they wiped out most of the population. After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted in Ea, but they've been few and far between. It's impossible to confirm the presence of any stable Coltama Madaqua population anywhere.
Of course. A common thread in these. Disappearance and unfalsifiability. I like the story, though, ma'am.
I'm glad you did, dear.
She seems genuinely glad. Interesting. What about...
What about what?
What's the biggest cryptid?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
But kid, don't you want to hear about another cryptid too? Right, okay. We can move on for now. It'd be dishonorable to re-engage, or to renege on the promise. Alright, fine.
I'm glad you see it that way. Did we have anything more to do here?
That's all for now, ma'am. That's fine. I heard there was a phone
Can I
line
help
cuts.
you? Another thing. Great.
Alright, we already asked about the
that
mysterious
door.
door.
Sure. No, awesome.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
So the phone line's dead.
Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers.
That's pretty strange.
It's not strange, it's inconvenient.
Is it true that there was foul play?
Who told you that?
Lena. I would never disclose my sources. That would be too dishonorable. Doesn't matter. I just want you to know. I just want to know who you suspect.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know, so I can forward them the repair bill. Yes?
Goodbye. Save it up, save it. Save it up, save. Save it up, save it. You got to go and save those games. Low on health, put points into endurance. Boy, would I love to. Is there something Ooh. I'm gonna need some Nosafed at some point. Hey, what's up?
Looking for something, Hunt?
Damn.
Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Damn. Still can't do that. Alright. Let's give our boy Measurehead what for. Oh, Measuring Head. I am all kinds of enlightened now. Hey, buddy.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
Sure.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
But you're all part of the Union. There's more to it. What have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
What do you mean?
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blub.
Interesting.
The lieutenant takes a quick note. I think I know what the race enigma is.
And?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a lot of stuff. It's shit. Let me into the fucking harbor. Paradoxically, You plan to supersede the Occidentals with their own race theory. This racecraft is what rich people want us to do while they get all the money. It's just something you shock people with, liberal and progressives people. It's whatever you want it to be. It's a free association language exercise, degenerate race hero. It's about you being conflicted about your Koika girlfriend, isn't it? I don't know about the rest, but it's clear that I should stop drinking the ancient Ilmirian mind poison Al Ghul. This dump is ready to be superseded by the Areopagiate superstate. I can serve as a clerk in your administration. Maybe you need a cop. Girlfriend.
Look, huh? When confronted with the demise of his entire race, the bourgeois alcoholic degenerate focuses on gossip.
Yeah.
Other people's lives are a refuge for him. From the burning race wreckage of his own.
That's just tactless, John.
The woman doesn't even look at you.
Effeminate gossip mongerer. I take pity on your tabloid-driven urges. You clearly want to enter the harbor bad, like a little boy who wants to go on the potty. I can press the button for you. It will open the door.
That's all I wanted.
Very well. You may enter the door once.
Once?
Our race conversation here has concluded.
Okay.
Finally. Let's go.
Get fucked, asshole. Going in. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. Every worker, a member of the board, is written on top of the flyers. At the bottom of the union logo is... At the bottom, the union logo and demand democracy. Dewey typewriter, model names on the back. Standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
Nice.
It's unfortunate for the union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Open the drawer.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Let's browse them.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Let's force ourselves through.
Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing.
If I let my eyes go completely out of focus, all shapes start melting into each other. Could I actually focus through not focusing?
Is that what you're doing with those folders over there?
Yes.
Right. This is probably not relevant to our case. After all, we're not investigating an accounting mystery.
The drawer slides shut smoothly.
Okay. What's this? Someone left the coffee machine on. La Fume, volume something. Postcard? I'll take it. Magged up, baby. Ooh. Neat office shades. Well, hang on now. +1 visual calculus. Eye of the Reckoner. -1 drama. A bit dry. These were stuffed away in the dockworkers' union office. They're perfect for scribbling down paperwork when the sun tries to get in your eyes. Good for staring down suspects, too. A giant aspirant on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Nah. I need as much money as I can get. My jacket! Let's go. May I please?
The tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back.
Rabbit.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips.
Nice. Collecting rainwater. Hello. Oh wait, can I pick these up? At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Bottle, thank you. Yes. Yes. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. Give. Give. Oh my god. Let's go. Holy shit. No, not Kim. Nope. I'll take that. Jesus Christ, how many am I grabbing? Let's go.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather. You need to rest. Your body is aching. Getting in here has taken something out of you. Have a seat.
I don't know about that. They both said they failed.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. Looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order.
Take the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that picture of René?
The lieutenant asks, glancing at the photo. I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence. I'm making an artistic photo collage, Kim. I'm gonna ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
Well, we ain't resting. No rest for the weary. All around you, great machines in Croissants? Croissant? Dude must be freezing his buns off in this snow. Are you kidding me? Wild pine trees are printed on the screen covering. Looks like forests under snow. We'll get to it. Hello?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
Marche.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Take your time. You good? Take your time. No rush.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course.
Mm.
For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
Fair enough.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Leave. Hello? Oh, baby. Faded industrial lettering on the platform. Kvalsund. What do we got here?
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Yeah. Maybe? I can't tell. I think we should investigate further.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are 1 million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging from the crane.
You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Open it up.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
I'm sorry? Persuade the door to open. We have good rhetoric. And we've been in the world for 2 days. Here we go.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
The lieutenant looked startled. Using my body over my wits.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
We'll be back for you. I'm gonna persuade that door to open. Money. Speaker tower is silent. There's no work to organize in the yard below. Oh box, oh box, oh box. Hello? The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. Oh, it's locked. Okay. Give me that good shit. Industrial-sized thermos smells like burnt coffee. Dude, all the money. Let's go. The banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. White waves on red. Container, container, container.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. Hi!
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
A shadow passes over his kind face. What is it with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What's in that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Shut up. Look for the leader of the dockworkers
Oh,
union.
you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs, then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
He points to the 2 joint containers to your right. You're Ubi, right?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
So he's Welsh.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
You work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
The lieutenant looks up at
A
Leo.
real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Hold on. Who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned? I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this place would totally fall apart if you didn't shine the boss man's shoes, Leo.
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was
shit.
all fancy and lawyerly.
Ah, it's the gardener, okay.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
Oh, hold on. Okay. I thought that was his wife or something. It's not.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Aww.
Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer?
Mm-hmm.
AKA the gardener.
Okay, so this is the union fixer, the gardener.
Looks like it.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip too.
The little guy smiles, a disarming smile at you.
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
Ooh. What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, yes I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
He waves at the containers towering behind him. What's going on here? Look at the mountains of containers rising above you. Let's go!
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim. Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers? What's underneath these red covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
What's underneath these red covers?
Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think.
Seems like a massive redecorating operation, Kim.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Thanks, Leo. You've been very helpful.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
The little guy affirms merrily. Where is everyone? The harbor's empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
Pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What trouble did Titus and his friends get into? The whole murder?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Evrard telling them to take some time off.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
I can tell.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
He looks to you for assistance.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
Too rowdy. Leo, what kind of fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary?
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words, words, and look, even more words. This guy could go on till the end of days. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your questions.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
He returns to his work. Save it up. Alright. Let's go talk to our boy here. The coffee in the giant thermoses is still lukewarm. A stair made of pallets leading up. Hello, sir. A taxidermy fish that tells time.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you, with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
You in charge of the dock workers? Leave without comment.
Have a good day, Mr. Dubois. I'm sure I'll be seeing you around.
He waves and returns to his typing. Later, nerd. Alright, fine. What's up?
Mr. Dubois, I hope time is on your side this time. Please, take a seat.
He gestures to the minuscule folding chair opposite his huge desk. Alright, that's a power move. Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
As he nods, his multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
What? He turns back to his typewriter.
You're not tight in the volition, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Fine.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Try to wink back.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
I'm sorry? I'm sorry?
You feel something in your chest.
I'm sorry?
Natural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
I'm sure it's just heartburn, oh god.
No, it's many years of combined self-neglect.
Let
There's
it all
no
go.
shame in surrendering
What?
now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face, like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
I just sat in a chair and had a heart attack. Cool! Well, that's probably a good place to end it then. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Let's see where we're going. Oh, Rook, you're alive. Cool. The smile like that. All right. We will be back tomorrow with more Sonic, as well as Dead or Alive Extreme 3. But until then, love you, miss you, mean it. Later, Cabbage Patch. Adios.